If you had to choose, and I know this is a difficult thing to say, if you had to choose between staying inside the customs union to keep the Irish border open, as it were, and to avoid a border in the Irish Sea, would that be a price worth paying?
Well, I think it's very clear that the British people voted to leave the customs union. That is our position as well. We don't believe that we have to stay in the customs union to have free flow between ourselves and the Republic of Ireland. We believe that there are ways to deal with this, and indeed, back in August of last year, as you know, the government put forward various proposals. We were disappointed there wasn't the engagement from the European Union at that time. They were dismissed out of hand, if you like. What we would like to see from the European Union is less rhetoric and actually more engagement in relation to the pragmatic way forward, not just for Northern Ireland, but for the whole nation as well.
I mean, the reason I asked the question was that Nigel Dodds has said that you would at least consider the possibility of staying in the customs union if Theresa May thought that was the best option.
No, I don't think he did say that, actually. I think what he said was that what is most important for us, actually, our fundamental red line, is that we have to move in lockstep with the rest of the United Kingdom, that there cannot be any difference, if you like, between us and Great Britain. And why do we say that? We say that because 72% of the goods that leave Belfast port come to Great Britain. Therefore, it is vitally important for us that we have that free flow across the Irish Sea.
There's a lot of technological jargon involved in all of this, but the so-called maximum facilitation version means that we track everything going across the borders electronically. And yet I've been told again and again and again there won't be any more cameras, there won't be any more technology on the Irish border. Do you understand how it is possible to track goods coming in and out of Northern Ireland without technology?
Yeah, well, I think it is with technology, but not necessarily technology at the border as such, because of course there are ways that we can do things online through trusted traders, through small business exemption. All of these things were put forward in August of last year.
You still need to recognise number plates, you still need to know who's coming across the border. So whether it's a sort of 100 yards into Northern Ireland or 100 yards into the Republic of Ireland, there still need to be cameras there, don't there?
Well, we have cameras at the moment, obviously an AEPR camera system which is there for security reasons, but of course we have, I think sometimes people miss the point that we already have a border in Ireland. It's there because there are two jurisdictions, it's there because we have different VAT rates, we have two different currencies. So already we have to deal with those issues, and I think what we need to do is to get down to the detail and look at this in a pragmatic way that works for businesses and of course works for the people who live on the island as well.
Now, of course, this is a negotiation with the EU. You've said that you don't really regard Michel Barnier as an honest broker in all of this. And he has said, apparently this week, talking to MEPs in Brussels, that the DUP has used, or in his words, perhaps abused its position in the House of Commons to block the way forward. What's your message to Michel Barnier?
Well, Michel Barnier was in Ireland last week and came to Northern Ireland, and we regretted the tone, and I certainly regretted the tone of what he had to say when he was here, because or rather in Northern Ireland, because what he was saying there was really it was up to the UK to come up with a solution and they would wait for that solution to come. And that's not the way forward. The way forward is to have a negotiation where both sides are engaged in the negotiation and we look for a solution that will make the difference, because it's not only the UK that has to look to the future, the EU 27 have to look for a way forward as well that will be good for them in terms of goods and services. Of course, in relation to the common travel area, people can have a free flow across the border, and that will continue.